On to another episode of TaviRadio podcast. I'm not even getting intro, hold up.
Just
On to another episode of TaviRadio, trademarked podcast.
hi.
Right now I have your boy
Isaragi. Senna's dad.
Senna's dad. You know,
I'm not in Isaragi form yet, so.
No, he kind of you just left Isaragi form. You kind of calmed down.
Yeah, so now I'm just Senna's dad.
Now he just kind of Senna's dad. You know, but that's fine. That's whatever. Or some might just call you Kisa from TaviRadio trademarks.
I have a list of my favorite things.
Can you name them off?
Why, yes, I could. Let me just fucking find it. Because I don't remember what my favorite things are. Because you see, when I go into Isaragi mode, I kind of lose all sensibility and lose like some of my memories too. That's like the trade-off of going into Isaragi mode. But I know one of them is Dirt and the SAO movie.
Speaking of, the Blu-ray got released in Japan recently.
Oh.
And people have confirmed that you can see a side part of Asuna's nipple, which is the fucking selling point of the movie.
Well, that's alright. It's alright.
I've seen better, but you know. Actually,
yeah.
I did get a glimpse of it on Twitter, but that's a story for a different time. Speaking of things that have failed horribly and cucked people, if you're noticing the lack of 3 people, that's normal. For now.
Well, the thing is, there's usually 3 people, but one of them never talks, right?
2.5.
Oh, 2.5.
2 people on a JPEG. Or nowadays he's a swine or an elephant. I don't know. He's weird. Either way, you kind of killed him. And
yeah, indeed I did. Indeed I did. Speaking of them, should I, you know...
Yeah, let me give some context to what we're talking about. So Saber and Turumo kind of died, and it's all thanks to
Isaragi.
So you can leave a like right now for the deaths, or press F. I'm not pressing F. I'm kind of trying to skip the cutscene.
I hate them.
So would you like to elaborate what Saber and Terumo tried to do to you?
Well, honestly, it's all Saber's fault on why I went on to a blind rage and went to Isaragi mode. You see, the mere fact that Saber tried to send me to the cuck dimension using his stand. What the fuck was his stand? Cold-hearted cuck. Yeah. He tried to use a fucking genjutsu with fucking cold-hearted cuck and just try and send me to the cuck dimension. You see, the very thought of that angered me so much that I went to a blind rage and went to Isaragi mode. And so, as I'm in my blind rage, I activate my Baringan and said Gomenasari to him and beamed him to death, which totally evaporated his soul, which unfortunately also killed all the other souls he was holding inside him of the other Sabers from the different timelines. But in another blind rage, Terumo comes up with his elephant armor, ready to kill me, but then I tell him, I'm sorry, Terumo. I'm a completely different man now. So I activate the true power of my Baringan and activate the eternal Bangekyo and used my Busanoo and crushed him to death. He stood no chance because I used my special Bangekyo Baringan art, which allowed me to use a Bamatarasu beam on him, and once again destroy his soul like I did with Saber. So and yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, and Yuri's just sick, so kind of. You can press F for her. I don't know.
Hope she gets well.
Yeah, she has a bit of fever. I'm hoping she's
that's
okay.
not good.
So yeah. Another news: right before you killed Terumo and Saber, I took a visit to where Terumo works, and I stole the coke van. Not like cocaine, but I mean like
dope.
I mean, why, boy?
Because
I mean,
I always threaten to rob him. I'm always like, because in real life context, I don't think he'd mind if I don't think. I mean, he's fucking dead, so I don't care. He worked at this fucking elephant swine gas station place, and this fool was out of hot dogs. So I'm like, fuck you, Turumo. I walked outside. I see the boat van about to like get into the back. I'm like, can I take this for a minute? The boat guy just kind of didn't care. He was whatever about it. He's like, all right, just don't go with it. Just don't go too far. I'm like, don't worry, I won't. I fucking drove back to the studio with a bunch of boat.
I mean, Boke is good, boy, and I like the intention was good, but you couldn't, save it for Pepsi.
I try to go back for the Pepsi, but like the Pepsi guy, he was just like no. And plus, I didn't have my favorite one,
Pepsi Max.
Come on.
What a cock. All right.
Yeah, but anyway, other than that, Turumo Saber, if you miss him, you're probably cuck. If you miss Turumo especially, you're fucking gay.
It's gay, dude. Don't be fucking gay.
But if you miss Yuri, that's respectable, understandable.
Hi, podcast. Sorry, your machine broke. Understandable. Have a nice day.
Hello, podcast. Is Saber Machine dead? Understandable.
Understandable. Fuck Saber.
Hello, podcast. Turumo Machine broke. You mean just like every time?
Understandable. It's never worked.
Oh god, that's a good meme. I was really sad when I saw that someone uncompressed the image. They undeep fried the image.
Wait, so you just found the original image, basically?
Someone found the actual original image.
Oh, I mean, I guess I'm pretty sure you could just compress it again. I mean, come on. Although it's actually kind of hard to find the compressed image that doesn't have the subtitles on it, or it has the original on it. Yeah.
Someone actually found the OG image of Shaq in the fucking Lamborghini.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Just Shaq.
Is there any context to what he was doing in said Lamborghini?
Is there context to Shaq in general?
I mean, fucking no, but it'd be nice to have some.
So you're gonna walk up to Shaq and go "What's your context, dude? What's your place in the plot line?
Well, what's your lore?
Yeah, what's the lore of Shaq?
Well, it all started with Shaq Fu, you see.
Which arguably isn't a bad fighting game. Okay, well, it's bad, but it's
I was about to say, are you just fucking joking with me, boy? Seriously?
Here's my thoughts on Shaq Fu before I fucking get Bisaragi again. It's bad, but a lot of the actual design of the game and concepts were good on paper.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
I think Gerald from Korea Gaming, or Gerald, whatever his fucking name is, G or whatever, fucking Korean man from Korea Gaming says. It's like someone tried to make a cinematic platform out of a fighting game, because the people that worked on Shaq Fu worked on the OG Prince of Persia and shit like that, which were all rotoscoped platformers that were kind of really realistic or whatever. I don't know. That's what they're kind of famous for. Shaq Fu just kind of he said this. Shaq Fu's sprite work isn't bad though. It's really not. But yeah, Shaq Fu's shit.
Yeah.
But in other news, the main reason of this podcast, other than just announce the death of Saber and Terumo, is to talk about the second anime experience. As in, we mostly stayed in a hotel room because it was too fucking hot.
Okay, fucking. I really wasn't expecting the heat wave to come in through. Like, yeah, I was expecting it to be hot, but like, for the most of the time there, it was like in the 110 degrees, man. Like, just going outside and breathing like hurt. At least it was air conditioned in the convention hall and whatnot, so
Yeah.
that was good.
I feel at least it wasn't like last year we had to like wait outside in lines.
Yeah,
This year
there wasn't a lot.
This year they're like, all right, guys, you can wait inside.
It's probably because they knew how fucking hot it was. Like, Jesus Christ.
Also,
it was horrible.
Maybe I'm a little surprised for this. I thought Kira Buckland would get a way bigger line, or maybe we're just like way too up front when we met her. But I feel like her line wasn't as big as I expected.
Honestly, because of how popular like Nier was, I was expecting like kind of like the reason I and the other group went there is like just for Kira Buckland. But like
Kira Cook.
Okay, she fucking cucked my playmat so hard, but
You'll talk about that in a sec, but like
yeah, I'll talk about it in a second, but honestly, they're like, okay, we were all really, we were like in the fucking like the first 10 people to go meet her when her signing was up for was it Saturday?
Yeah.
Did we meet her Saturday? Yeah, Saturday. We were there like an hour early and we just fucking waited.
Well, we had no self-service and a lot of good cosplays passed by us, and I couldn't get up because my ass was fucking numb for sitting on my wallet.
Yeah. Fucking the convention hall is a goddamn concrete block. Like, no cell reception can fucking go through there sometimes.
I did find a cheat I did find a way around it. If you go into airplane mode and then exit out of airplane mode after a couple seconds and wait for it to kind of refine itself, that's how I was able to access Twitter and show you some memes.
Oh, interesting.
That was kind of like my little workaround from it.
You should tell me next time because like a lot of the times like
that's a
when I was trying to buy
for everybody.
Like honestly, it got so bad though. Like I was having trouble buying shit because like I pay with my credit card and they're just like, oh, give us a moment, and they take like fucking 10 minutes to swipe shit. Just
Vendors
because
had their own Wi-Fi though.
That some did, but not all of them. Like that book, the freaking like vendor that wasn't kind of in one of those stalls, but like it was kind of in the middle, and they sold like art books and figures.
Oh yeah, that guy where I told you the Reimu figure was, and you explained to me why you don't like Reimu, or some shit.
Yeah, like he didn't have any Wi-Fi, so he was just on his 4G or something. And dude, it took me 10. I was standing there 10, like waiting for 10 minutes as like the thing was like registering.
Do you think 10 minutes is exaggeration, or 10 minutes is it the actual time?
It's the actual time because I sent a message to you, and then when I checked back after I got my thing, like it was 10 minutes later.
Was this on Saturday or Sunday?
It was on Saturday when
Friday.
You guys were at the signings for Roadhog.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Like, I want to talk about that in a sec, but like, yeah.
Dude, the freaking guy, like, got through like 3 other people with buying shit before he got done with me because they were paying for cash. I was like, man, this fucking sucks.
See, this is why I always carry cash with me at convention centers. Mostly because I don't like using my card in general. But cash is risky. But unless you're like me, I'm generally always patting my ass down because I have a tendency of losing my wallet.
Yeah.
So.
I think that cash is, risky, but like it's more convenient,
Also, sometimes it's better to have cash, especially if you see a nice piece of artwork that you want, and sometimes artists don't have the little card thing; they prefer cash.
Yeah, that too.
So that's why I had cash on me too, even though I didn't buy a lot of art. I noticed this year you didn't buy a lot of art.
That's mostly because, like, I was going into this, like, knowing that I probably shouldn't buy a lot of art because bringing that onto the train was going to be a fucking pain in the ass.
I love buying art because people make
Like,
it. You gotta support
yeah,
artists. It's a
yeah.
rough community. Yuri can tell you all about it. Maybe another day. But God, taking care of that shit and making sure that thing is like not messed up is such a pain in the ass.
Yeah. Especially, I'm pretty glad that, I didn't, or none of us really bought any art. Okay, boom, did.
I did.
But, yeah, but, like, he was having a pretty hard time bringing that shit home because for some reason we couldn't get a ride, so we had to go take the train, or not the train, the bus, and he was pretty uncomfortable walking around with it.
Was it something like kind of weird, or is it just like
No, like, it's just not, fun to be holding it, like, for a long period of time, because remember, we went from the train station, walked a couple minutes to where the bus station is, and he had to hold on to that the entire time, by the way. And so when we got on the bus, still holding it, like, he's that kind of guy who, all right, he gets embarrassed. And so walking around with anime shit probably wasn't his cup of tea,
I can't relate to him. I have no shame.
Yeah, well, he does, so unless
I
he's
feel
like with a group,
I feel like
he
you
probably
and I are in the
doesn't.
same boat of having no shame at this point.
Yeah, but you gotta have no shame to fucking make connections,
I think you gotta have no shame, but you also gotta have some shred of dignity.
Well,
Like,
you gotta know when when
wear
the
your
line
anime
is.
shirt, but don't just be like, kind of shy about it. Fucking, if you're gonna wear the anime shirt and someone asks you about it, you better give them the fucking plot synopsis.
Yeah, you know what? Speaking of that, this isn't part of SAC, but like I think it's worth sharing.
What's
Is
up?
that when I was fucking walking to work, I saw this guy with fucking no shame. He had the fucking decked out, like, he had a bunch of pins on his backpack of fucking Hatsune Miku, and like his bike was Hatsune Miku themed, and it had like green neon lights on it.
This fool is either like, kind of like it's either he has no shame, or that's his like job, and he's probably like a promoter or some shit. Because you gotta remember, you live in a very like tech heavy place of San Jose.
Yeah, but fucking still, I wouldn't do that, even though I have no shame. Like, fucking Miku on my entire bag, and I have it on my fucking bike.
The bag, I wouldn't mind. Pins on your
the
backpack,
bag.
not too bad. Except I have a really bad habit of losing pins on my backpack, which is why I just keep them on like a strap I have.
Yeah,
I
but
like this
like
kind of like guitar strap
the
thing I have. But
the bike, though, I mean, good on him for having the bike, but I wouldn't ride
what
it.
a fucking legend! Well, I don't know why you're just like embarrassed for this guy. I would fucking applaud him. I would take a picture with him. I'd ask him for the bike.
I mean,
Give me
I
give me
did
the ride, dude. Let's go.
like, this was in the fucking middle of the day. It was like I was walking to work. I just see this guy. He's like, he just rides by me. I'm just like, holy shit.
You're gonna see that guy at fucking anime next year.
Probably.
But I don't know, like, maybe I'm a little desensitized from it too because, fucking, because you had this thing at your college too. Well, you are those fucking guys at your college.
Well, yeah.
There's
with,
people in like the
our
student
children's
lounge
card game.
who no. You guys play Yu-Gi-Oh! These fools play fucking
Yeah.
Magic. They're gentlemen. You guys are just merely children. These guys are fucking like gentlemen.
Watch this. Well, really. Describe them other than gentlemanly.
they're a little thick with like a little thick and unshaven. You know, okay. I'm gonna say this. I almost look like I belong with them, but I shave, and just better. I don't
so
wear
they're
like fucking. I don't wear my shirt tucked in. You know.
so
They
they're
range from
kind
they
of
range from
like
either like the scrawniest dudes to like pretty kind of thick dudes. You know. There's one girl. There's one girl in them, and she looks super uncomfortable at all times.
I mean, at least she she has the courage to hang out with them.
Be with their boys.
Yeah, I mean, they have the same interests, so good on her, good on them.
But I've seen their playmats. I'm like,
Is it anime girls?
yes.
Yeah,
One of them has straight up
fucking.
one of them straight up has like Megumin fucking sleeves.
I mean, hey boy, I triple sleeved my shit with like, you know.
I forget what you triple sleeve your shit with.
Oh, I use Saber
Oh right, but which Saber
and
though?
ruler. Yeah.
Don't you when you say Saber, I'm like, which? I now have to go which one because I gotta know the context now.
King Arthur Saber, the original blue one.
Okay.
But the portrait from Fate Grand Order.
Okay, because I started playing Fate Goat too. I got fucking Attila the fucking Hun or whatever her name is. I'm like, what is this shit?
Oh, nice.
I'm still trying to understand this game. There's not a lot of memes in there. I'm trying to get to that Coomer looking guy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't understand it. I think it's okay.
Yeah. Although, boy, I think we're going off topic. I think we should transition into the part with the signings. So how did yours go?
Back to yeah. Okay.
The one with Roadhog.
As much as I love Roadhog, that signing was almost made it not worth it. At all, because I had to wait. Cause me and Yuya had to wait in the fucking line. If you guys don't know who Yuya is, that's one of that's one of Senna's dad's friends. You know.
Yes.
Shout out to Yuya. But he and I were waiting that fucking line for maybe a good half an hour, and then we had to wait in another separate line because he wanted to go meet Gaku Space, who's the voice of Genji. You know, he's a weeaboo, so that's understandable. I told him have a great day, and I went to go wait in Josh Petersdorf, Roadhog, and those fools fucking came in like 20 minutes late. Like everybody in that line were about to fucking riot. Like everybody's just sitting so pissed. It's sweaty in there. Everybody's talking about things I don't really understand. My dick was fucking like 10% chub. Things were not going too well. And I turned back to see Yuya, who's like a little farther down his line, and he looked at me, and he looked at me at this. I feel like it's an anime moment between he and I. I feel like we're two lovers separated. It was a bonding moment. He was like 50 feet away from me. And then they actually fucking came out of nowhere. They came out finally, and I love Josh Petersdorf. He's a nice guy. He almost made up for it. But fucking hell, he needs to hurry up and sign shit. But at the same time, I don't blame him because people brought like 20 billion things to have them sign. But he took his sweet time doing it. With me, I'm like, alright, here's my Overwatch thing. Here's my print. Sign this. And he's like, do you want a photo? I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm like, thank you. Shook his hand. Understand, we'll have a great day. And then we go back. I reunite with Yuya, and we're probably gonna censor his name just as a meme to respect him.
As a meme.
We're gonna censor his name. But anyway, he goes on a separate way. Yuya waits for me outside the thing. We go back to the convention hall. That's when you send us the text, and he and I are walking around the convention hall, and. Do you want to tell him how bad I am at a convention, at like this vendor hall?
What do you mean by that? Like,
you can't leave me alone. I wander off.
Yeah. Well,
no one fucking told you the memo.
okay, well, I mean, he didn't know, so
No
I
one,
guess you could just pass it off. But still, you had your phone.
I did, but there was no fucking service.
Fucking unlike
Number 9.
Oh, we'll talk about that in a sec, because that's still Saturday. But anyway, this fool fucking, like, after a minute, I looked at something, I turn around, that fool's fucking gone.
Yeah, he has a tendency to do that. Like,
I feel like I'd spoon with him, but at the same time, I feel like if I go with him anywhere, he and I are both gonna get lost, and we're gonna forget we were hanging out with each other. Or some shit, because he and I kind of have that bad habit then.
yeah. Well, I mean, at the time, you guys kind of had a fallback to just go back to the hotel because I was there waiting for you guys.
I feel like we low-key had no real food while we were there this weekend.
We fucking had pizza all 2 nights.
Of which which my asshole didn't like on Sunday when I came home.
I'm sorry to hear that.
But anyway, other than the Saturday shenanigans, when I came home and I had a bunch of shit with me, and you're like, oh, and then you took a look at my plush and you're just like, this is cool. That's pretty cool. I thought you were almost about to jack it and put it away. So shit. You're inspecting to make sure it was a woman you can respect or some shit. I don't know. But anyway, that happened, and then was still missing.
Well, that's because that dumb fuck lost his phone somehow during the sign. You know what makes no sense though? Okay, so he sent us a message, after he got the thing signed from Palatena, that he was like, okay, I'm heading back to the hotel. And that was around the same time frame.
Do you think this fool... No. Was he... I think he was at the vendor hall or something.
No, okay. Here. Okay. He said... after getting the thing signed by Palatena, he said that he would go back to the hotel, right? Mm-hmm. And that was about, I don't know, I want to say 10 minutes before you guys got done. So I was going to assume that maybe he went to the vendor's hall, right? But then you guys came back before him. I was waiting for you guys at the hotel. So I was kind of like... So I was like, wait, Vincent's not with you guys? And you guys are like, nope. But then we get the fucking message from his... We get the message from him saying that, his phone was returned to the lost and found,
And then comes home, he's like, oh, shit, guys.
yeah, he's like, guys, I lost my phone. And we're like, we know.
We got the notif. Then we went... Then we had an adventure to go get it back.
Yeah.
And we had 7-Eleven food.
Yeah. Okay, but I'm really fucking confused on what the hell happened during that fucking 10 minutes.
You could have asked him.
I tried texting him, but he probably lost his phone already.
Did you ever? But no, how come none of us never asked him when he got his phone back? How did you lose it anyway?
I kind of wanted to ask him, but I didn't want to bring it up because remember during that time, we wanted to just go fucking straight to the Kira Buckland line.
He was he was fucking right next to us.
Yeah, but still, we're just like, okay, we got his phone, we're done. I mean, why didn't you fucking ask?
Because you know him better. I was expecting you to ask. Actually, I wasn't even thinking about it. I was more thinking about how my ass is sore and how I wanted to chase after that Elma, and I couldn't.
Well, you see, we're all thinking about different things. When shit happens, I just kind of ignore it. It's like, okay, it happens. You lose your phone, but
you're keeping an eye out for your thick rin.
Yeah. So I was I had other goals in mind, but now that I think about it, what the hell happened in that 10 minutes where he lost his phone, and someone was able to quickly recover it and return it to the lost and found within, say, 20 minutes?
Here's my theory, because you have to remember, he did give some context to between losing phone and his meeting Palatena. Sorry that I don't know her fucking voice actress's name. I really just don't care. I don't play Kid of Cars. So. They fucking told me about Kid of Cars. I'm like, the fuck did you just say to me?
it's Icarus, but continue.
Anyway, so he did say he went to the vendor hall because he came back with some shit. So I think this motherfucker probably put his phone down somewhere to buy something, and then he made this realization, and then one of the staff was like, "Oh shit, lost phone, better fucking be a good guy about it." Then fucking runs back to the hotel. He's like, "Guys, I lost my phone."
And then we're just like,
and then,
we know.
Yeah, then the events happen. So that's my theory on what happened. That's probably, I think it's probably like likely.
Yeah. Well, at least we got his phone, and then we were waiting in the Kira Buckland line. Other than all that,
and we saw some really good cosplays walk by us. A lot of Boruto's dad characters.
Yeah, but like, it wasn't very eventful waiting in line. All we saw was like good cosplays. Nothing really bad happened. Went off by himself, but like, fucking, he's a big boy and he knows how to take care of himself.
You know how disappointed I am in myself? The fact that like, the Alma walked outside in front of us the first time, and then she was indoor, right in front of my fucking face. I was so mad at myself that I didn't just have the fucking willpower to just say, fuck my numb leg, I'm about to chase after this dragon tail. I was about to take that Elma home. I was about to fucking go plus ultra.
You gotta go past 100%, boy.
And that there took 500 mighty hot dogs. Back in my heyday, it would have taken two or three hot dogs to finish off that guy. But today it took more than 500 mighty hot dogs. Context for that soon, but anyway, I think what we have to talk about is Friday, because even though not a lot of shit happened on Friday, it was still a good night.
Well,
kinda.
I mean, okay. Well, I think since we're talking about
his Mexican.
Okay, I think since we're gonna talk about Friday night, that we should just talk a whole about Jod himself.
Do you want to talk about Jod or Blaze Blue Thoughts in Gaming first? What deserves the honor?
We're gonna talk about Jod first because I really have to fucking talk about how much like I'm pissed off about that.
Okay.
Like I'm still pretty pissed off about this.
I'm kind of pissed. I think I should share a little bit of the fault for not realizing this, but I was in deep sleep. And by the way, did I clarify myself that I purposely locked the fucking door?
Oh, let's not get away from the story too much about Jod.
But that's related to Jod. We'll cover that when it gets there. But anyway, so for people that don't know, Jod usually comes with us on these Sec Anime stuff. I kind of showed up in a lift and picked these boys up myself because I know Jod is a little unreliable when it comes to driving cars and getting there. Because this fool showed up at fucking 4.
He said he would show up at 2 and showed up at 4.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And then this fool comes up. I gotta go downstairs. He takes fucking 20 minutes to find a parking spot, by the way. I wasn't with him in the car, but I was waiting out down there with no shoes, by the way. I'm like, fuck this. It's just gotta give the thing and whatnot, and then wait for him for like a minute or two. People are giving me weird looks. I'm like, why is this fool barefoot? I'm like, I don't give a fuck. But anyway, weirder shit happened to you, weirder shit happened in that lobby other than me walking barefoot.
Yeah. Okay, so fucking...
Anyway, 20 minutes later, I show up with John at the hotel room. He puts his shit down in, like, Yuya and Vincent's room or whatever. And then he just fucking... I'm like, alright, John, give me $20 because this hotel ain't free, you know, and $20 is pretty much, like, he's not even going to spend the night, so that's a godsend that he wasn't going to stay the night.
Yeah.
Anyway, John runs up and like, alright, I'll be back. I'm going to go get some money, and I'll give you the $20. 20 fucking years later, he shows up at like 9 o'clock. We just barely got the pizza, which is a story in itself.
Well, we were just hungry.
We were hungry.
We just ordered pizza.
But it took 20 years to get that fucking pizza.
Yeah.
Thanks, Domino's. But anyway, George shows up. He's like, hey. And he's like, I brought a Mexican. Or some shit like that. I'm like, who gives a fuck? So Jod and this Mexican boy come into the room, and Jod talks about getting fucked up, and then he gives me $20, and then he's like, he just fucking like pieces out and whatever. We're like, all right. That's whatever. Jod's whatever. He's gonna
I
go
would
get
have
fucked
been
up.
really fucking pissed
If he
if
said
like
if he asked
if he no if he like yeah if he freaking was like, oh hey pizza, could we have some? Like I was just gonna fucking straight up tell him no because I was so fucking pissed at him at that
you're
point.
about
It's
to go
like
be Saragi.
he fucking comes in with some random Mexican. Like I saw him eyeing the pizza, so fucking I whispered over to like, hey, can you sit here? And like he sat in the chair between Yuya and V's room and the table, so that like he could just fucking slap Jod's hand in case he tried. Cause like
He was the
that
fucking he was the doorman to the pizza.
it fucking pissed me off.
Yeah, but that's Friday night for Jod. He leaves with his Mexican, and we don't hear the results of that. Even I haven't heard what happened that night, but I guess he probably went home, and the Mexican was probably just a Mexican. So Saturday.
Wait, before we start Saturday, I think we should kick off Saturday by not with Saturday night, but around Saturday morning. Remember when you got that fucking message from Jod? Or not from him, but like that jackass friend you don't like who was riding with Jod? And like the fool fucking popped a tire?
Okay. So let's kick off the Saturday night with Jod with the pre-story before he showed up to Sac Anime. So he and this jackass I don't like, they roll up to Sac Anime, but he tells me this. Jod popped a fucking tire on his way there, like between the airport and Sac Anime. The airport isn't too far away.
And the thing is, it wasn't Jod who freaking found out. It was his friend. He was like, hey, that doesn't sound good.
Literally, yeah. And then they pulled over, fixed a tire in 15 minutes, and they were back on the road. If it were me, I would say, like, okay, let's go get ourselves a real tire, not the spare tire, because spare tires are generally smaller. Yeah, they're little, like, whatever. They're a little sketch, but they're sketchier than your flat tire. They're less sketchy than your flat tire. Anyway, these boys roll up at like fucking 7 o'clock or something. It was 7 or 8.
Yeah. I think it was around 8 because like everyone was awake at that time.
Yeah.
And was in the hotel.
What was he?
Remember he was getting the signings, the early morning ones.
No, this is Friday. This is Saturday night.
Oh, Saturday?
Yeah, they rolled up Saturday night.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about morning.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, this is when you can finally pull out your rage in a sec. But anyway, these fools show up. They're like, hey, what's up? They asked for my fucking key card to get in. I'm like, this didn't happen last time. That's weird. So I'm like, okay. I wait another 20 minutes for these fools to fucking park. They come out, and they give me my key card. They're like talking about how they're gonna get fucked up at the rave, and then they'll check out everything. I'm like, guys, it's 7 o'clock. Everything's gonna close in like half an hour. You better hurry the fuck up. So that happens. I'm like, alright, that's whatever. Jod, he's just parking. Whatever. I go back to the hotel room, play some games, watch Senna's dad just get really pissed, almost go into Bisaragi. He goes into Bisaragi form.
I did go into Bisaragi and like stream.
This is so sad. The fact that you worked so hard to getting to like up to maybe like 20,
and then the stream cuts.
The stream cut off a lot.
And then
sadly.
I get fucked over.
Yeah. Anyway, you make it to like 20 people, but then I switch off and I fucking play Tager and I get to like 17 in like a minute or something. You're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah. But then the stream cuts again and we're just like, we're done.
We're done. Then we try to play some Tekken. The stream cuts off even though we're offline. I don't know why the hotel internet just went to shit that night. It was really good on Friday night, but anyway, that happens. No stream sadly, but we did do a set on Friday that we're gonna talk about in a sec. But anyway, around like 12, I'm like, all right, guys, I'm out. I'm gonna go sleep. I was falling asleep while playing fucking Project Diva.
Yeah.
So I go to sleep and.
All right, and this is when like.
Can I talk about for a sec? I go to bed and he's like shooing me into the room. He's like, oh yeah, you should get some sleep, man. He shoos me into the room. He apparently tucks me in, and the only person that tucks me in is Yuri. Yuri tucks me to bed. Not this fucking gay-ass fool. Only one gay is allowed to tuck me into bed. Anyway, he tucks me into bed.
That's pretty gay.
puts me to bed. And I take off my glasses, but from the corner of my eye, when I see him closing there, he's fumbling around with a fucking lock on my side of the door.
Well, alright. I mean, that's fine. It was probably a prank. Alright? It probably would have been funny for me.
It was,
not be able to get it.
I think it was meant for you later on.
Yeah, it probably was meant for me, but what fucking transpired made the joke really bad.
So, now you can tell this side of the story, because I was still asleep.
Yeah. Okay, it was really late, around fucking, I want to say it was around
1.
12 or 1, yeah. And when freaking, we all had an agreement, if we heard any knocking, and if it was Jod, that we just wouldn't fucking answer. We would all shut up and pretend we're sleeping. Because we only had one light on, and that was the light above the table where me and Yuya were just playing some card games. Mm-hmm. So we hear the fucking knocking. We all go silent. We hear it several times, so I was like, oh, maybe it's, one of the... Well, maybe someone, one of the security needs us or something. Maybe fucking Jod got fucked up, and this is something, we can't dodge. And so I find out it was Jod's friend. And they must have been really fucking banking on it or something for me to be awake and you asleep. Maybe he messaged you prior.
He did. I didn't see him until I woke up.
Yeah. So he probably knew you were sleeping. And so this was probably a chance for him. So John probably already knew that I wasn't, too ecstatic about him. Especially with, him just coming in yesterday and oh, hey, here's some Mexican, and whether I'm alright, dude, I know you're just here for the pizza. But he has his friend say, oh, hey, we need the key card to get out of the garage, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm and the thing is, I've never freaking escorted him to the garage at all. I was just oh, he needs to get out? I don't want him to be a problem, so I walked down there with the key card, and so I let him borrow it, and he goes off to the garage, and I'm like, okay, I'm waiting there for fucking 20 minutes. And there's some really sketchy shit going on down there. There are 3 guys puking. One of them was puking in the trash can next to me. And then there was a fucking group near me that they were into some SMM shit. I don't fucking know what you call it.
PDSM,
sadism. Yeah, PDSM, whatever. And one of them comes up to me, I'm just standing there, arms crossed, just waiting for a fucking Jod and his fucking bullshit friend just give me back my key card so I could get back into the hotel. And the guy walks up to me, he gets really fucking close, he freaking puts his head on my shoulder and touches my back and is like, hey buddy, what's wrong? I'm like, oh, nothing, just waiting for someone.
One of the BDSM guys?
Yeah, one of the BDSM guys, he gets real touchy with me, and I'm pretty sure he was expecting a reaction, but I didn't really react because,
punch in the nuts.
Well, the thing is, I didn't want to make a scene. And I was really fucking pissed at Rafa for making me wait, so I wanted to save, punching him.
You should have fucking ultra'd his ass.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna fucking ultra his ass, but the thing is, Rafa never came out. And so I got hella pissed waiting down there for 20 minutes. So I go back up, knock on the door, and said fuck, freaking, Rafa took the key. And so I went over to you, I tried to open the door, it was it was from the prank. But at this point I was hella pissed, so I start banging on your door, and that's when you wake up.
And then that's when I get to hear pretty much what you just told me. And I get to check the messages, and Rafa's trying to get out of there. And I text Rafa, you better bring that key back or else you're fucking dead. I will plus ultra your ass out of the hotel room. We were on the 12th floor, right? No, 10th.
Yeah, we were on the 10th floor. And you know what the thing that pissed me off the most was he said oh, I'm gonna need the key for later. I'll bring it back then. And that's when you fucking know he was just trying to get into the fucking room. He was waiting for us to sleep. When I was fucking paying for this shit. That's when I got so fucking mad.
But anyway, you got really mad because you woke me up during REM. I'm really weird when it comes to sleeping, and you now know that. If you wake me up during like my REM cycle, I like start shaking violently.
You get really jittery.
Yeah, I think
You get really jittery. Like you weren't cold. The room temp was at a nice like temperature, not too cold and not too hot, you know. But you were shaking, so like well, all right. Like you said you were fine, so I just assumed you're fine. So we were talking about fucking how John was just trying to get into the hotel room, just waiting for us to sleep.
So we had this plan of action where we barricade the fucking door with a chair and then put the actual lock on the thing, so like whenever people open up, they can't actually open up, even with the key.
Yeah,
so
and then we wrote.
I wrote
a personal note saying like slide key here. What did it say?
Asshole.
Yeah, asshole.
And then to put my mark on it, I drew a B emoji on it.
Yeah. And then the next morning, what do you know?
The key's there with the bill.
The key's there, and with the bill, and the note was gone.
So Rafa probably fucking ate the note or some shit for breakfast, and then left the key. I still don't know what transpired that night. I never bothered to ask him. All I got was context of like he had a lady friend with him and the other dude with him. So that is still a mystery, like the whole case. I just never questioned Rafa. I just didn't want to kind of talk to him. I was a little mad because you were mad, and then you ate like a whole fucking pizza.
We both did.
We both ate a whole pizza while Yuya and Vincent watched, and we're just laughing along or some shit.
I don't even remember what we were talking about.
Neither do I. And then, yeah, that's pretty much our job experience for the year. So, whatever. I think we've been in bigger messes, but this was just a little like, come on.
It got me hell. I've never been like that mad at someone for a while. I went to fucking isaragi mode.
Which again, and then Saber then the events with Saber and Turumo happened.
Yeah.
And Turumo tried to nid you, and then you were like, no. And then Railgun made an appearance in the stream, and he was.
I showed him my pizza plate,
and he was just like,
"Oh, Arcana Heart's a good game. Yeah, it's a good game to have a pizza on."
That shut him up.
It did. By the way, you still have that game, right?
It's fucking.
You kept all my. You kept all my deformed games. Okay. Oh, you. Oh yeah, you also kept Armored Core, right?
Yes. Which segues into our next topic, which is the games. Is of course, we always have shitty connection when trying to play games with each other, and then second anime is pretty much our chance to like play good non-lag, fucking. We gotta get a third party in here to play against.
Yeah, I mean it was a good time, but okay. I think the one thing we have to kick this off with is like, what was that game that made me really upset? It was another stupid fighter that looked like Arcana Heart, and like when I saw that it looked like Arcana Heart, I got really fucking like disgusted.
I told you like, all right, this game's kind of like a little. I literally said it's a little old, but don't worry, maybe you might like it. You saw immediately it was Arcana Heart. Like you saw immediately that it was made by the same people or something, and you skipped the intro. You're like, no, and then you went to training mode. You're like, these characters look like shit. And then you played a little bit of it, and you're like, this is shit.
Yeah, dude, I was fucking disgusted. No, I'm serious. I was like disgusted. You saw it on the expression on my face too. Like, I didn't want to fucking play that. Like,
what? Just like, let me check out this game. You're like, no, delete it.
We're like, I'm like, no, we're not playing this. And we're like, okay, we'll play Tekken. I'm like, good.
You were like really mad. That killed your mood for like a while.
Yeah, it did until we played Tekken, and I was like, okay, I could play Akuma, I could play Hayashi. That's fine. It's all good and dandy. And that fucking game was like, ugh.
I feel like I redeemed that game by showing you the chef character.
Yeah, but only a little bit. It may have one good aspect, but it does not make up for the terrible fucking aspect that it is. It fucking exists, boy.
Yeah. Anyway, for people wondering the name of the game, that was Chaos Code, and it's honestly, I went to kind of deeper analysis into it. And I was just like, I don't like this.
Chaos Code, more like fucking the coding for it is fucking chaos because it's a shitty game.
But anyway, after that, when I got home, I kind of played it a little bit, and then I was like, fuck this. So, that happened, and then I feel like, even though we have to start off with that just to get it off the chest, we have to start with the first game that we fucking popped in. To fight over a fucking shitty burger.
Oh yeah, we popped in the old, we popped in fucking CSX.
For people who don't know, that's continuous shift, extend.
I got my ass handed to me. I'm not even gonna lie about that. Like, that was pretty good.
I feel like a piece of shit because I knew Tater was broken in the game. That's the game that made me say Tater's on a different plane of existence.
Well, yeah, he was God in that game. Like,
CS in general, that series made Tater really good, and then CP nerfed him, but he was still viable.
Unfortunately, like, CP was like around the area where like people were like, oh, Taker's not as good anymore, even though technically everyone was kind of not as good anymore. Okay, some people got better, but like all the old
I think
guys,
all the characters in CP, especially all the old cast, got maybe relatively worse or stayed the same. Lychee always stays the same. Makoto got a little better. Valkenhide kind of stayed the same. Ragnar got worse.
Yeah.
Jin got
changed. I feel like Jin changed, but not for better or worse. I feel like he just stayed the same, which is okay for Jin because he's always consistently high.
He's always consistently high tier, which is good.
Yeah.
I was playing a little bit of CSX the other night, and I told myself, Jin. I really like this version of Jin. This is maybe the best version of Jin in my opinion.
It is the best version of Jin. It's the version that I personally like to play, but the new Jin, I don't know.
I love what I love about CS Jin is that a lot of his combos are just fucking a variation of his C.
Yeah, and okay, the fact that Jin can fucking dash cancel out of like most of his shit is pretty nice.
That game, I feel like CSX was a game all about dash canceling.
Yeah.
Like that game loved dash cancels, and I think the only reason why is because I wouldn't say rapid cancel wasn't defined yet. I think it was like very weird in that game.
It's because rapid cancel was very okay. You rapid cancel not to extend your combos, but because you freaking fucked up. Like
rapid cancel is more like a fuck up move.
Like you DP'd and they blocked it and you're like, oh fuck, rapid.
Because you did that instantly. Like I was trying to do something with Tater and you DP and you just threw out a raw DP and you knew I was gonna punish you and you just fucking rapid.
Yeah.
But I still caught you with anti-air grab.
Yeah, but did you notice how like during that I fucking never rapid, right?
Yeah.
Because like it was very unoptimal to rapid because like let's be honest, you could either dash cancel out something or you can micro dash to continue a combo. That was basically it.
I feel like Naoto I feel like if Naoto was in CS, he would have been a way better character.
Yeah.
But anyway.
You know what, speaking of like CS, like you know how we were talking about like how people, change for the better or for worse? I think someone who really changed for the better was Hakumen.
Yes, Hakumen was
like Hakumen in CSX was fucking garbage.
Let me talk about the history of Hakumen when it comes to like tiers and placement and opinions of people. CT Hakumen, pretty fucking good.
He did crazy damage.
Yeah, he had really good damage in CT. Granted that CT was a very like weird game.
It was a hot mess, but it was still playable.
It was playable, but it's a hot mess. It's like it plays like any other BlazBlue game, but it just feels broken.
It wasn't refined at all.
It wasn't really unrefined. It was more like every character felt broken.
Yeah, it was basically the prototype, and then they went in and fixed it.
They bounced some stuff, added characters. I still think Hazma should have been in the fucking characters in CT.
He was the main villain, like for all the time. So I don't understand why, but I don't know. He had more presence in CS, so and maybe that's why.
But anyway, in CS, Hazma, Tsubaki, and Mu 12 joined, and so the DLC characters, so 5 characters in total. 6 characters in total. A lot of the game was like more refined. For example, Hakumen was a little nerfed in damage, but he was still pretty viable. Ragnar started getting nerfed, but he was still good. Every character just went from broken to like viable. Even like Arcune, where the meme was like, here's 128 combos, and even to the point where like Teach Me Kokonoi references that, and Artona's like, yeah, 114 combo, only 172 now.
Yeah.
But anyway, CS was a little bit more balanced. I feel like that game's pretty balanced, except Makoto was trash. DLC characters were not good in that game.
CS2 helped with the DLC characters,
Makoto
but then they
went
started
from good
buffing.
to Makoto went from like bad to really good.
Yeah, I feel like CS2 like started buffing a bunch of people randomly, and then nerfing a bunch of people randomly. Because like Rachel and fucking Hawkman, they got some random ass fucking nerfs.
Like people say, new CF 2.0 Rachel's really bad. Check out CS2 Rachel. She's terrible.
Like, okay, CS2 Rachel, like, all of her fucking projectiles were hella slow, and like she had no damage. But like,
and
I don't really
didn't work the same as it does now.
Yeah, I just really don't understand. Like, Hawkman did less damage now, and like his magmatons went up even slower. Like, no one fucking played those characters. Why did you nerf them? And then like it's like, oh hey, let's fucking start buffing Ragna, fucking Makoto, and all the people that people do play. And it got really. And then when CXX came around,
Makoto got nerfed to hell.
And then a bunch of other people got buffed. It was really fucking random.
Bang became fucking god in low key. Bang was god in that game, and so was Taker. They were on different planes of the tier. Like there's like SS, and those two were like fucking on a different plane of existence.
Yeah, but randomly, fucking Ragnar and Hazma, the two most played characters in the game, got a bunch of fucking buffs, and they got really good damage buffs. It was like, why though? They were fine.
The best characters in CSX, in my opinion, overall from the cast being pretty okay balanced for characters that are mostly played commonly. Ragnar, Jin, and Hazma are pretty much top tiers in that game, in my opinion.
Yeah, they were, because, well, other than, I guess, for Ragnar, it was like, he was easy to play, and Hazma was like, you know, understandably, you know, technical, and he was pretty fun to play too. Jin, the same thing.
If you set up JC loops with Hazma, like after on a counter hit, it's done.
Dude, fucking, it was the hardest thing to do, but like if it happened, you were dead.
And Jin was pretty much Akuma without the health, without Akuma's bad health.
And Ragnar just had really dumb damage, like.
And Blood Cane popping, that shit's gone. You're out of here.
Yeah. But, and then, but even in CSX, like, a bunch of other random-ass nerfs happened. Like, Hawkman got nerfed again.
Lambda was...
Why?
Lambda was A tier in that game, right?
She was A tier in CS2, but nerfed in CSX for some reason, so no one played her.
I know, no one played her. Tsubaki was always consistently, like, mid-high.
Yeah. She was consistent on where she was.
Makoto got sent to hell. Valkenheim is the Tsubaki situation. Noelle got a little worse. I didn't touch Noelle a lot in CSX. I just kind of... there's a whole chronicle. If someone can find my old Dust Loop comments and stuff like that, I'm not going to give out my thing, but if you just find a bunch of, like... If you dig up a bunch of, like, old, like, CS era... comments and like threads on Noelle, you'll probably see my pain and frustration. This chronicle of me just like trying to just make Noelle seem viable. In reality, she was just shit.
Then
CP happened, and CP was the big game changer. They added so much shit.
They added so much shit, but I don't know if it was either for the better or for worse. But at least they kept with it, and they at least, you know.
Let me say it like this. CS is Golden Age, CP is Silver Age, and CF is like a Renaissance.
Yeah.
But anyway, CP happened. All the new characters are kind of good, except for Bullet. Bullet sucked. Always sucked.
That's consistent.
Bullet sucking is consistent. Azrael being top tier, unarguably top tier, just high tier, good. Amane was kind of okay-ish. In arcade versions, Amane was god. Console version, Amane got pretty hit hard. Same thing with CPX. And then DLC characters. Codder was unlockable, and I think Codder in CP was so weird.
He was. He got refined in CPX, but...
CPX is still the best version of Codder. I don't care what anybody fucking says.
thing is, though, I feel so bad for him.
Like, I feel so bad for Kagura nowadays. Like, he did
destroyed the character.
He got a buff in 2.0. I don't know what it was. But, like, I still think he's still bad.
I hate the fact that, like, I played Kagura and CP so much that I'll do his CP combos in CF, and I'm like, this isn't gonna work. For example, the thing that really pissed me off the most was changing the property of 3C, which is his like go-to, to kind of like combo for like combo extenders. Now went to 2C, which is now your combos have to be a little slower because 2C was a slower move. But a lot of things, even though it looks like 3C can hit it, that's just some Kagura nonsense. But anyway, yeah, they changed properties to that. Kokunoe was God.
Yeah.
I mean, me.
Fucking since we started this with talking about Hawkman benefited the most from the CP changes. Like, Overdrive is his best friend.
Overdrive is his best friend, and so is the wall splat.
Yeah, like, what Hawkman was lacking, he could fucking do now. It was fucking stupid, and he just got better. Like, from then on, he never got a fucking nerf. The only nerf he got was, like, his walk speed was slower.
Ooh, that makes him more threatening. And cut off again.
How fucking horrible.
How bad. But I think the Solar Hawkman is just more threatening, in my opinion.
Yeah, because, like, fucking, I don't really understand why, like, they keep buffing Hawkman. He's fine.
It's fine now. You fucking, like, showed me some shit with, like, 7k damage in CF2. I'm like, I'm done with this game. Hawkman's my worst nightmare in this game now.
Alright, fucking... I don't understand why they changed his fucking dashing shield thing into a command grab. Like, why? Did he need that? No. They just give him random buffs.
It's such a fucking...
They just give him fucking random buffs, and they're just like, alright, this is alright.
One of my favorite things about the new Hawkman is, like, when he charges at you, he sounds fucking pissed.
When he slams you down, he sounds real fucking pissed.
He's fucking like, I can't make the sound, but he's just like an angry fucking grunt.
He's like, Rah!
That was a pretty good reenactment, but he's just like, pretty much, imagine that about Mask. He's just fucking pissed. Like, what are you mad about, dude? It's because, like, you were trashed for the majority of fucking Blaze Blue? Is that why you get all these fucking buffs now? But anyway...
Oh my god, that's fucking stupid.
So anyway, CP was a weird era. CF is a renaissance, in my opinion. It gave us characters that were kind of needed. Like, why wasn't Hibiki playable since CP? But it also gave us Naoto and S, who are technically kind of guest characters in a way.
Fucking, I just think S is a guest character.
Does Naoto count as a guest character because his own series too?
I don't know. Do you really call Blood Edge Experience its own series? Like, it just basically is just talking about, like, oh, what if Ragna didn't exist? I think that's what it talks about.
It was a time before Ragna.
It was a time before.
I don't know. Like, we gotta get. I wish Saber was here, but you fucking killed him. He would explain this shit.
Fuck Saber. Okay?
Yeah, but anyway.
Oh, that time when I sound like Termy. Fuck Saber. Okay?
Shout out to Turumo. Press F to pay respects. I'm pressing...
Don't.
Never mind. Alright. But anyway, CF 2.0 dropped like right before we went to the con, so we got to try a lot of shit. We both unanimously agreed that... I fucking said that wrong, but we both pretty much agreed that Jubei was shit.
Jubei is shit. There's nothing redeemable about him. No fucking damage. He's always crouching. He has no health. Dude, fucking, I've been playing online ever since, we got back from SAC. And no one plays Jubei. No one fucking plays Jubei.
There's one fool on my Twitter. He's a tater guy. He plays Jubei, and he's like, no, Jubei's pretty good. His 5C, that counts as a low, technically.
Well, fucking good for him, but like, you see anyone else playing Jubei? No. Because everyone knows...
I haven't played online yet. Who's everybody playing?
The same characters they've always been playing, but less 9 and more Izanami, because 9 is garbage.
So is Izanami. I've been saying this ever
but
since
less,
the fucking patch notes don't lie.
Izanami is less garbage.
Okay.
At least she's... Okay, you can fucking nerf Izanami as much as you want, but the thing is, she will always have that one mechanic. She's basically that fucking... Like, you... fucking character, like, you can nerf them as much as you want, but because of their playstyle, they will never be bad. Like, fucking Izanami's fucking ribcage thing, they nerfed that, but it's still good. Her fucking little, like, projectiles, they nerfed it, still good. Like, Izanami got nerfed, but she's still good.
The patch notes don't lie. I think she's above 9, but 9 is garbage now. Susan...
Thank God he got buffed. He needed it.
When TaviRadio and I were playing sets on Friday night, my proudest achievement was fucking just throwing out raw 5C and just hitting him by coincidence in the air.
Okay, you fuck. Yeah, I was like, what is this? Like, that shit anti-aired me
twice.
Like, I was like, okay, yeah, Hakumen's a big character, but like,
no, you're playing
what?
Ragna.
Oh, I was playing Ragna.
You were jumping in with JC.
Well, you still hit me with that with fucking when I was Hakumen. I'm pretty sure you did.
What a fucking character!
Like, what the fuck? What is this shit?
I like the new Susan. The only shitty problem was this. I'm gonna call myself out. On the stream, I did a fucking really shit job. I don't know what was going on with me, but I played some really shit sets. No, it was like 8. It was 8 o'clock.
Yeah, we were tired, and it was fucking hot.
But we were in a fucking cool hotel room. Anyway, I was just kind of like, I don't know why, but I wasn't really feeling it. I was playing a lot of Susan and Kagura, and I'm like, I'm trying to play. I'm like, I don't know why, but I honestly did feel frustrated a lot of the times. Hakumen fucked me up a lot. Hakumen's my worst nightmare in the game.
Well, Hakumen's a lot of people's worst nightmares at this point.
But with Susan, he was a 5/5.
Yeah, but still, like, okay, I don't know. You just gotta fear Hakumen. Like, even I fear him because the shit he does now is stupid. Like, it's like he never gets a fucking nerf. Like, if they decide to make like, oh, some stupid other Blaze Blue game that's a fighter, there's going, Hakumen's going to be like, oh, check me out, I'm OP.
God.
Fuck Hakumen.
But then you fucking play him.
I mean, hey man, if you can't beat them,
join them.
Play them.
I mean, I play Susan. Is that close enough?
Yes. Does it fuck me up as Ragna? Yeah.
Okay. Was it Sunday morning or Saturday morning?
About what?
When we were playing Blaze Blue and I was just like fucking you up with Susan.
Saturday night. Oh.
No, yeah. Oh, yeah, it was before the stream. It was Saturday night, you were trying to get warmed up and I was helping you out.
Yeah.
We just fucking like, this is off stream, I just fucking blow this man's ass out of fucking the water with Susan and he was playing Rag.
Yeah, because you fucking caught me a lot in the air. I was like, what are you doing, dude? Please stop. Like, I didn't know about Susan's changes until you told me.
I sent you the patch notes for Susan. His 5C his 5C got faster.
But I didn't look at it. Like, I only looked at my character. I was like, alright, let's see what I could do now.
JC loops, okay, cool. What's this? Rodna? Damage buff. 2D being a true low.
Yeah, so I just looked at that shit. So I was like, alright, cool. I guess I could do this. I never looked at anyone else other than, Terami, but like...
Terami's weird in this game.
I don't remember, like... They take away... Like, it's harder for him to do his, loop now after a super. Like, it's not harder. It's just
he tighter.
Can't... it's not tighter.
Or you
It's
just can't
that
do it
for
anymore.
No, because for some reason this damage scaling is really weird now. Like, I could do like consistently 2, but then they always get up from the third one, so I can't loop it
Something I didn't
anymore.
check was if Susanoo's sword, what's the thing? If a sword loop was nerfed.
I don't know, but like I know his sword was nerfed, where it's not like almost full screen. Yeah.
Which I got pissed at, because like, you're fucking baiting me full screen. I'm like, let me fucking get you.
I stood there.
You literally stood there, and the sword didn't fucking reach you.
I was like, that's a nice change.
Anyway, Susanoo, a lot more viable, better footsies now. 5C was like, people say 5C was probably one of his best footsie tools because it reached farther than 5B, and like it opened him up for a lot more things, especially on counter hit. But it was really slow, and then now it's like fucking pretty damn fast.
Yeah, but some of his combos aren't really pad friendly anymore, which is kind of weird.
You can do a lot of it. You can do a lot of the same shit, but I think you can do different variations and spin on them.
That's true.
But anyway, that's my opinions on CF 2.0. Noel's pretty good now, I hear. I'm probably not going to play the character anymore. Izayori's pretty good. Azrael's fucking... Was I playing Azrael?
Yeah. But you didn't play him very often, because...
No.
I don't know, why didn't you play him often, like, during that time? You just didn't.
I don't know why, but I feel like when I first got into CPX, when you and I were like playing at 5 a.m. against a bunch of fucking weirdos, I feel like that's when I played Azrael a lot for some fucking reason. I was just playing him.
No, I don't fucking know. Like, you didn't play him against me at all.
No, I didn't. But anyway, other than playing a lot of Blaze Blue, we played some Tekken. You got to respect some women.
Yeah,
Yuri fucked you up.
Yeah, but don't worry. I still respect women. Except when they go into Isaragi mode. Then, if she breeds, she's a thought.
And I'm going to end the podcast with one last final thought. There's been a sign in Japan says, "Don't umu, penalty $350.
Oh wait, boy. I didn't get to tell my Kira Buckland story.
Oh, fuck me. Alright. Before I get your thoughts on that, Kira Buckland story, go. This one's a fucking doozy.
Oh, it's not long, but it kind of pissed me off. Okay, so I have a playmat, right, that I use for Yu-Gi-Oh! It's basically the box art for Nier Automata. And so, under this... Okay, so there's the freaking title of the game, and then next to it is, like, some characters. 2B, 9S, and A2. When I had Kira Buckland sign this,
big white space.
I circled the white space, like, here, can you please sign here? And she's like, sure. She fucking signs near the edge. She fucking signs near the edge of where I put the circle, near 2B. I mean, yeah, that's fine, but, like, she kind of noticed that she was kind of fucking up when she was writing it in black. And since all of 2B's colors is black, I'm just like, I fucking gripped my freaking, like, playmat tube a little bit hard. Like, I was like, what are you doing, lady? And she's probably thinking to herself, like, oh, what am I doing? And so she wrote the rest of her signature below where she wrote 2B.
Oh, God. And then you walked off pretty miffed, and I walked up and I'm like, I love you here, sign this Love Live print. I love your work as Umi. I love your work in Metal Gear Awesome. She gave me the most, like, shell-shocked look ever. She's like, thanks, and she fucking just shooted me away. I'm like, I think I just gave her PTSD.
She probably put you on the blacklist.
Don't let this man...
Don't let this man near me anymore.
I will say this. When she arrived in the 2B outfit, she kind of thick.
Yeah, she is. Wow, which I think is very, yeah, I did.
You didn't.
But the thing is,
you didn't see the fucking booty, didn't you?
Boy, okay, I I didn't really pay mind to it, but I was kind of more like paying mind to her cosplay because I realized she wasn't actually wearing a leotard. She was just wearing panties.
Fuck
I
yeah.
don't know why, but that kind of miffed me. I was
Not
like,
accurate.
but yeah, I was like, not accurate. What are you doing, lady?
She
But,
turned around, or for some reason, and the skirt just fucking lifted slightly, and I just got to see the fucking glorious. I'm like, here we go. But besides besides sounding like a scumbag, pretty good cosplay, leotard, a little inaccurate, but
yeah, but hey, she cosplay for her parts. Did you know on Friday she was cosplaying fucking Jolene?
yeah, I heard about that. Vincent didn't snap a picture, just too busy buying Yu-Gi-Oh shit. Or whatever. Vincent was there,
Yuya.
and he said,
Yuya.
No, was it Yuya or Vincent? Vincent said he was there.
He was there, but he didn't take a.
He didn't take the picture because he's too busy buying shit.
No, he didn't. No, it was Yuya because he saw her in the vending hall.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was too busy buying stuff. Yeah.
What a cuck. Anyway, that's the Sec Anime experience. That's our thoughts on games. We played some Tekken, respected women. We played
Jod. Fuck Jod.
Fuck Jod. We played a lot. We played some old Street Fighter 4.
That was some fun. Oh, the Chronicles of the Hunk
part, in my opinion.
The Chronicles of the Hunk in the battle for Africa.
So the backstory is, Cody the Hunk in his old costume too would show up to Africa, and go to fight the Ramen Chef Ryu. Ryu would then fall to the Hunk, as the Hunk is trying to destroy Africa to create post-Africa. This succeeds, and then this angers the Ramen Chef, and he goes in as the Demon Ramen Chef. And this time, the Hunk does not fight him. The Hunk sends in Thok. A man. He sends in a fucking Pillarman. The fifth Pillarman, Thok, to defend post-Africa from being restored by the Ramen Chef. The Ramen Chef falls to the mighty Pillarman, and then
it becomes Space Africa.
The Pillarman then punches Africa so hard it flies into space, and becomes Space Africa, where he has to fight Mecha Geef. And then the Hunk comes back and throws Mecha Geef out into space. But then the Ramen Chef came back and took Space Africa back.
And made it back into post Africa.
And then he was restored by the Golden Man. But the Golden Man stopped him. The man with great teeth. But yeah, pretty much it's just contents of what Senna Zad and I would play Street Fighter 4, and we just fucking just played a lot of dumbass characters. Street Fighter 4 has a lot of characters, and
it is fun. It was really fun.
I think some people say you don't need a big roster for a game. Sometimes a game benefits from big roster, in my opinion.
Yeah.
For example,
I mean, you know what was really great about our session of Street Fighter 4 though? We had Austin playing too, and that was fun.
A lot of people joined in.
Yeah. Vincent was just watching. Jeremy tried.
Jeremy tried to take down the Hunk.
Failed.
Who did he play?
No one could take the Hunk. I only played I only played Shodas. I played the Ramen Chef, the Demon Ramen Chef,
Cowboy Kian.
Cowboy Kian.
You didn't play No, Austin played fucking Dan, and he took back Space Africa.
Oh yeah.
Dan defeated Thok.
He's really good as Dan.
I know, his Dan's good.
He plays Dan and Geef. It's kind of weird.
That's fine. That's a person who's good at Street Fighter, but they also know how to fuck around.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't fall in that category because Thok is all business. Condor diving. If you don't condor dive 15 times in one match, you ain't a T-Hawk main. But anyway, we gotta wrap up the podcast because I got a universe to reset.
Sorry.
As much as Senna's dad did me the favor when he went Bisaragi, I can't really... The timeline's kind of a little fucked right now. So, because... Bisaragi wasn't supposed to kill them. you're supposed to kind of egg him on. It's like, what if Hakumen actually did end up killing Ragnar?
Nothing goes well.
Nothing goes well, okay? So, Saber and Trumo are essentially supposed to like get each other into this cuck loop and kill each other off. But that didn't really happen because Saber decided to take matters into his own hands, and you know that story. So, yeah, thanks to you gotta reset the universe again.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
So next time when we go to TaviRadio, or TaviRadio trademarks, you'll no longer be trademarked because of the reset. But thank you for stopping by. Okay.
Oh, the last thing you want to say though, the Umu thing.
Oh right. Well, it's not gonna matter. I'm gonna reset the universe. But anyway, there's a sign that says "Don't Umu, penalty $350." What are your thoughts on that?
I'll pay.
But boy, you can't Umu here.
I still will, boy. Umu is life.
I want to expose you before we do the reset. You don't even like Nero Claudius. You like fucking
Yeah, I do. I like Nero Claudius.
No, you're a fucking. You're either a King Arthur. You're either Nero Claudius or King Arthur. Not both, boy.
Yeah, I am Nero Claudius. I just said that.
But it's either or, not both.
I'm Nero. Like, I didn't say I was. I never said I was Arthur. No, I didn't. I said Nero. Boy, what timeline you talking about? What timeline you talking about? I never said she was my favorite. I thought the thing about my favorite said she was my favorite.
You guys and your bloody free will. What to do? What to do? Well, you certainly can't stay here. You could send us somewhere else. Somewhere we've never been. I suppose I could make a little corner somewhere in history. A place where I can dump some of the other shit that I've left over. Or I just wipe you from existence.